everyone. This is Vince, ABCDice, over here on April 27th at 5 p.m. We got special guests coming in. We have Travel Gal. Bear with me a second while I adjust the camera first. There's Travel Gal for you. And we also have Regi out shooting out. Travel Gal's going to be shooting from stick left one. And then we got Regi.
Regi's gonna be shooting straight up.
You got Regi shooting up and straight out. So bear with me while I adjust some of the cams. There we go. Hey, there we go. And again, Travel Gal. Shooting from stick left one. And then myself, I'll be shooting from stick right one. Now I've been kind of practicing this shot. I'd have to say that I dialed it in, but I've been practicing it all. We kind of will start out. Travel Gal will shoot first, then Regi. I'll shoot last. And you're gonna have to bear with me because I'm going to be doing the hokey pokey, entering some numbers from this side. So the table code for today is going to be Juliet 3, Golf 3, Kilo 9. So I know we got a couple friends out there tuning in. I know they said I know Josh messaged me that he was having some vehicle trouble. So Josh, feel free to chime in, and I'll try to see if I can monitor the live chat. Enrique, I know he said he's gonna try to get here from after his taking out his kids out to dinner, and then Damien said he was gonna join us. So you may get a couple of guests after we start streaming. We're probably gonna go let's do maybe 3 rounds around the table because we also wanted to do Travel Gal wanted to do also a crapless, so we may even do a crapless session if you want to try that. It's up to our guests to see how they want to play today. So for sure we'll do maybe 3 laps around the table, minimum 100 rolls. But let's see. Hopefully, if we get a good shooter, we make it into the 20, 30, 40, 50 rolls. So we maybe go way beyond the 100 rolls. For minimum 100. If everything goes well, we probably end up with a whole lot more than 100. But just to give you a heads up, if you're out there chiming in, tuning in, make sure you join the Crapsee app. The Crapsee app, you have to have a subscription for it, but it's well worth the cost. It does help you improve on some of your betting strategies, where your money's going up and down, where you got the leaky faucets. So that does help you. At least for me, it helps me. Other people that have kind of mentioned the same thing is it kind of helps them to see where their money's actually kind of being lost. I tend to leave too much money on the table, not regressing on time. But again, the table code is on your screen, is also on the YouTube app. But again, it's Juliet 3, Golf 3, Kilo 9. And we're kind of be doing this first session, but I know T-Tuck, Samuel from Texas Turnip Craps, he wants to do another meetup before the May event in Lake Charles. We'll be meeting up in Lake Charles. I forgot the dates on it, but it should be the late days of May. I think it was May 28 to 30th. May 28 to 30 in Lake Charles. But again, look at the Facebook page, Facebook group. I don't know the quite numbers on the dates. I would have to double check on it. So please don't quote me on the exact date numbers on it, but it is the end of May. So the end of May, a lot of us can meet up. Texas Turnip Craps, T-Tuck, Texas Crap Shooters, our favorite from Texas Crap Shooters will be out there along with a couple of these people. So guests from the either side. ABCDice with a couple of our guests, a couple of our players and group team members will be up there. So I think it's gonna get a nice crowd. I believe most of the days are gonna be, I think, during weekdays. I think Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I think is when they're hosting up. So I know some of us have actual jobs. I do have jobs. And so it is May 28th through the 30th. It is 28th through the 30th. So for those of you who have a job, I understand some of you can't make it, but I believe one of those days does fall on a Friday, so just call in sick and go ahead and meet us. All right, there. I promise not to take any pictures. Hey, this is me, so the boss doesn't know you're out there. So again, it does fall on weekdays. If you can't call in sick, I mean, just tell your baby daddy's grandma, sister's cousin, twin second brother-in-law is kind of having this car problem. You can go help him out and go meet us up at Texas at Lake Charles. Again, this will be Lake Charles. I don't believe there'll be any actual casino selected yet. I think gonna be hopping around, whether between the Horseshoe, the Golden Nugget, and La Berge. So I think it's those 3. Members are staying in different types of casinos based on the comps. Again, use your comps if you can. So get reservations for those days. It's during weekdays, so I think you should have plenty of time to get out there. So again, hopefully Regi and Travel Gal can meet up with us. But again, those of you out there tuning in, feel free to join us at that event. I think it'll be a good event. It's not a reserve table. So I believe it's open table. So we're going to be all over the place, but hopefully we get some kind of organization out there. Again, I'm not hosting it. It's T-Tuck and Texas Crap Shooters. So again, table code for today is going to be Juliet 3, Golf 3, Kilo 9. And Travel Golf's going to start it out by stick left 1. So get your bets in there. Get your bets in there and on time. We did warm up a little bit. I can't say we fine-tuned it. We're going to get any unicorn rolls, but hopefully we will. And now let's start it off. I believe all players are actually, the bets are in. So go ahead. We're going to be handing off the dice. We're going to be using a brand new fresh pair of dice. You can look at the merch page, but it's going to be brand new diamond edges. So there's going to be 2 blue dice. Again, serial code 0029. And these are fresh diamond edge dice. So here we go. Nina's going to start it off. All bets are in. We got Gabby on the back end. You know what? I have introduced Gabby. So let me introduce Gabby. Let's see if we can get the camera on there. Ooh, there you go. Gabby's going to be handing off the actual dice pack for us. So let me get it back into position. There we go. Automatically. All right, dice are out. That's a 1-6 come out 7. That is a winner. That is a winner. So here we go. So I need to do probably bear with me a second because I need to increase the audio because I'm not hearing it. So bear with me a second. How you doing, Duracell? Hi, Duracell. Thank you for joining with us. There you go. We got Duracell chiming in. Yes, Duracell, less chin and more spin. All right, bear with me while I get some audio because I'm not quite hearing it. So maybe let me increase the audio here because I like to kind of get a little bit of the feedback, but not enough where the mics can pick it up. So here we go. There we go. Just a little bit to get a feedback. All right. We'll give it another shot. If not, I may have to mess around. All right, go ahead. Get the dice moving. Dice are moving. Not cooking. Nothing heavy. Nothing. Nothing. There you go. Oops. There we go. We got a 4, 6, 10 down there. The point is 10. 4, 6, 10. So there with me. I think it was a 1, 6. 6. Making sure we got the numbers in there. Come out winner. All right. Dice are moving. You got a 3, 3 hard 6. 3, 3 hard 6. Woo. You can make money like that. Yes, Duracell. It was a 7-minute intro, but I want to get it out of the way. I did want to get out of the way and out of the system. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving.
Six.
You got a 1-5 easy 6. Another 6 on there. That's another 6. Okay, got somebody out there getting their bets in. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. 1, 4, 5 or horse and buggy. That is a 5. That is a 5. All right, got a couple out there. All right, all bets are in, dice are moving. Has an AC doocy on the end. That is a good number. Ooh. Let's see if we can get. All right. All right. Dice are moving. All bets are in. One, three, four. Easy four. Nice number. Ooh, I like that. I like that. All right. Dice are moving. Puppy paws. That's a hard 10 down there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Not seeing the winner, winner, chicken dinner. All right, dice are moving. All bets are in. It's a 1-5 easy 6. That is a 1-5 easy 6. All right, got a couple of you out there getting the bets in. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 1-6 out, but it is a good amount of rolls. You got into double digit. That did get us into double digit rolls. All right, bear with me while I do some camera correction. Again, that is double digit rolls. Nina took us into 10 rolls, which is very, very good. So let me go to, all right. Got Regi shooting from straight out, so adjust your bets properly. Adjust your bets properly. In the meantime, what I am going to do is, I'm a crazy fool, but I think the ace is going to be coming around our way. So there we go. All bets are in. So that is a 2-5 come out 7. That is a 2-5 come out 7. That is a winner. So put 5. Nope, we got. Oh, sorry. There you go. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That is a 2-3-5. 5 is the point. 2-3-5. Okay. right, dice are moving. All bets are in. That's a 4-5-9er. That is a 4-5-9er. It's a neener. Bear with me. Keep going, but then leave it. All right, all bets are in. Yes. 1-4-5. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 1-6-7 out. I'm not seeing 1-6. Okay, that thing is disable. I think one of the cameras is not working. Bear with me, folks. I believe one of the cameras is not showing the number, so bear with me a second. Bear with me a second. One of the cameras not showing the
Yeah, it's not.
There we go. There we go. There we go. All right, camera back. There was a come out roll. Okay, 1-6-7. That is a come out. That is a come out. So that was a roll extender. That is a roll extender to reset your bets. All right. Sorry, folks, I had to go because I had to reset one of the cameras because I was noticing that the actual camera was not transmitting. So my apologies. The the shooter cam was, but the top cam was not showing the dice landing. So I got that one squared away. It doesn't come out roll. That is a 2-2 hard 4. That is a 2-2 hard 4. Point is 4. The point is 4. All right. You can get your bets on in. Get your bets on in. The point is 4. Right. Got one of you out there. There we go. All bets are in. Dice are moving. All bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 3-5 easy 8. That is a leaner, but it is a 3. That's a 3-5 easy 8. So that is a. I'm not hearing the audio. All right. All right. Dice are moving. All bets are in. Ooh, that hit the money and it acted funny. That is a 347.
Ah.
That is a 347. Sorry, folks. All right, bear with me because I think I gotta adjust the audio slightly some more while I do. That it was the eighth roll. That was the eighth roll. So let me go on here. Here we go. I'm gonna be shooting on here. So this is a come out roll. This is a come out roll. So bet accordingly, just as if you would do the real casino. So that was a 3, 4. Here you go. All right, folks. This is a come out roll. Here we go. All bets are in. Let me see how I do from stick right. I've been experimenting from this shot. It's a hit and miss, but we're gonna give it a shot. I'm using the 6536. Not saying that there's anything to it. It's just me just exploring what's working for me. That's what I've been doing. 2-finger grip, no rotation. Oh, you know what? I gotta change the cameras. My apologies. I gotta change the cameras. So let me do. Gotta do this one. But that's not it. Bear with me, folks. Okay, and I think we're on. There we go. You should be able to see that. Let me see if I can mirror it. There we go. Should be able to see the dice when they land on that side. All right, here we go. This shirt did not help me. 1, 3, 4. That did not hit the back wall. So in some casinos, they're gonna tell you, no roll, no roll. But it did hit the back wall, or it didn't hit the back wall. Did not hit the back wall. I put on the jersey, but I kind of when I it kind of impeded my arm for a bit. No excuses. It's just I'm telling you kind of what happened. Not something that I want to do at the rook casino.
Yeah.
So we got a 1, 3, easy 4. All right, here we go. That's a 4, 6, 10. That is a 4, 6, 10. That is a box number. That is a box number. Right. Let's see if we can get our point. Let's see if we can get our point. All right. All bets are in. There we go. So 2 or 4 easy 6. Not where I wanted to land, but it is a good number. That did make me pucker. That did make me pucker. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I'm trying to play. I'm kind of practicing for my, our upcoming cruise trip. Gabby and I will be out on the breeze coming up in a couple of days. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'll be honest with you, just practicing how I'll do at the real tables. Couple of hits and then regress. Not get too much exposure for too long. I tend to stay exposed for too long. That is a 369er. That is a 369er. 3-6 Nina. Get your bets in there. Get your bets on in there. Hopefully we can get into double digits. Let's try to get into double digits. Got one of you out there. In the meantime, I'll set my dice. While you want to get your bets in. All right, all bets are in. That's a 1, 3, 4. We found our point. That is a winner, chicken dinner. That is our point, so bet accordingly, bet accordingly. That is a come out roll. Now I like to travel. I travel a lot on the cruise line, Carnival mostly, because it's kind of fun and cheap, and it's right up Galveston. But the the ones that I travel mostly are $10 tables. But I believe I heard from a close source, travel gal, she travels a lot more than I do. They're $15 on the Jubilee. $15. All bets are in. We're going to be traveling on the breeze, and I've been on the breeze before, and that is a $10 table. I can handle $10 tables a little bit better than $25 tables. That is 5-6. Yo, does it come out? Yo, winner. That is making a little money. That is the winner. Here we go. Now this set has been okay for me, but I've been once I get the barely make a double digit, sometimes it's been a little bit iffy. But once I get break the $10 10 rolls, it's been decent. But there we go, 235. It's kind of been hit and miss. I've been trying to stay consistent, but it has been a hit and miss. I will not lie, it has been a hit and miss. 2, 3, 5. We're at 5 is my point. One of you out there, go ahead and get your bets in. All bets are in. So I'm have to adjust on the cruise line because this is a 14-foot table and I'm able to have like 12 footers. So I'm going to have to stick right to it if I try this on the cruise line. Ooh, the kiss down there. Ugh. I heard the kiss and it was. Ooh. You only made it to 8 rolls. You only made it to 8 rolls. I did regress, but not fast enough. I wasn't able to build up. All right, we're gonna go to. That was only 8 rolls. All right, travel gal was up, and she's shooting from stick left 1. Let me adjust the mirror. Go and camera 2. Bear with me a second, folks. I gotta adjust the cameras. There we go. So let me check. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. It's all good to go. Come out roll. That's a 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8. Oh, camera switch. I think that's what. Okay. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 2-5-7. They kissed on the far end. That was a PS show. I'm sorry, folks. That was a PSO. It happens to the best of us. That is okay. There we go. All right. So we're gonna go into.
That would mean worse.
All right. Regi is up. Regi is up. Regi. You can bring us back. I am down a little bit.
All right.
That is a 4-5-9er. That is a 4-5-9. That is a 4-5-9er. Get your bets in there. The point is 9. Let me get my bets in there. You see here. Right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. There's an AC deucey. That is an ace deuce. I did have a little bit of money on that one. I am gonna parlay. And I'm a crazy fool for believing this, but I believe something's gonna happen after this one. So here we go. Get your bets in there. Get your bets in there. There we go. All bets are in. Oh, there all bets are in. That is a 4-4 hard 8 square pair. Ooh, that is nice. That is a nice hit. We'll press that up a bit. Get your bets in there. Get your bets in on in. Bum, bum, boom. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. There's a hard 6 down there. Woo-hoo. This man's on fire. He's hitting those hard ways. I am pressing those hard ways. I'll be honest with you. I am pressing them. I have been pressing them. There's a hard 6. My apologies, ladies and gents. My body has not been placing the dice on the felt so you can see them, so I'll do that. I normally do it, but it's a slip of mine. But I'll place them on the felt. That way so y'all can see where they're landing. I'll place them over here. For those of you watching online, got several of you out there. We got several of you out there. That's a hard 6 back to back. That is another hard 6. I'm not doing a replay. That's actually what's happening, ladies and gents. That is a hard 6 back to back. I know those of you online saying, well, you just rewind and replay. Like, no, it's not a replay. He really did hit a hard 6 back to back. That is a horn, ace deuce, hard 8, hard 6, hard 6. I can make money like this. I think I learned patterns in elementary school. I can work with patterns. There we go. Get your bets in there, adjust them accordingly. Adjust accordingly. All right, dice are moving. That is a 4-4 hard 8. That is a 4-4 hard 8. Wow. Wow, look at that. That is a hard 8, hard 6, hard 6, hard 8. That is exactly what's happening. I'm not exaggerating. That's exactly what's happening. All right. Dice are moving. That actually brought me back from the red, honestly. Just that roll right there brought us back.
Not us.
Not you. I've been pressing on those hard ways.
Then
Just like even by a nickel has been able to bring me back.
I'm still going to deep hold.
That's a 257. That is a 257. That is the 7th roll. That is the 7th roll. We got to treat everybody just equally. That we have to beat probability. So I did regress. So again, it's just my old crazy mindset that I have to adjust for the seventh roll, and it was truthful. I regress. I'm only down 44. I was down maybe in the $300-400 range, so I was down at quite a number. I'm gonna be truthful. This kind of would have beat down at the real table too, because I was betting just as if I was betting at the real table. So that roll did bring me back up to only $34 in the red, $44 in the red. So here we go. Let me adjust the camera, ladies and gents. I have to adjust the camera. This is a little hokey pokey thing I have to do here. So it's camera 2, position 2. Let me swap here, do this, and this shit. 2. Bear with me, guys. It's been a while. Look. I had it set up a while before, but I think I poked a button. There we go. Reset to. There we go. Let me see. I think that is a right. Yep, that's over there. My apologies. I poked the button and kind of modified the placement of the camera, so it should go automatically, and I accidentally moved it somehow. All right, so I'm shooting from stick right 1. Stick right 2 is going to be on the cruise strip. Here we go. All bets are in. There's a 459er. That is a 459er. So I am betting a little bit more carefully this go around because I did put myself in a hole a while ago. I'm going to be as aggressive just to see if I can get somewhere in there because last time I only made it to 8 rolls. And I do keep a log. Honestly, I'll be truthful. I keep a log everywhere I go. So I write every single shooter just to see if there's any patterns that I can kind of see when the table's cold and hot. So it does help me out. One less thing I have to remember. Just like, did that shooter shoot well? Was he doing well before lunch or whatever happened? So I do that. Until I get to know him, I'll put like Randy 1, Randy 2, or Randy with a baseball cap or something like that. There's a 2-2 hard 4. There's ballerina slippers. That was a hard 4. So that was a 2-2. Well, I treat myself just like any other Randy. I have to be probabilities. Bear with me because I got a uninvited guest, Mr. Fly. I think I scared him to death. I don't think I hit him, but I think I scared him to death. All right, here we go. 6-5, 3-6, and stick right. There's a 1-3-4. That is another 4. This is another place bet. Some of you out there probably already pressed that hard 4, bought it. You're way up there. I'm barely up at 25. I didn't buy it the first go round. I'm trying to get out of the hand what I'm trying to do. All right. There's a 1-5 easy 6. Sorry, Mr. Pit Boss. I know one of those dice did not hit the back wall, but it's not that I was trying to avoid it. It's just the way that it landed. That is the way that it landed. 1-5 easy 6. Some casinos will get mad at you. I try to get ahead of it and apologize. I'm not trying to avoid the back wall. This happened to be like that. I was trying to get under my skin and they gotta tell me something because they're doing the jobs. I'm not paying their salary, the casino is, so they have to say, hey, Vince, you hit the backbone. The only one that irks me is when the pit boss says the dice aren't hitting the back wall hard enough. Like, what's hard enough? They're touching. It exploded. They hit either side of the wall, not the back wall, but they did hit either side of the wall. 2, 6, easy 8. Nope. That was a 2, 6, easy 8. My apologies if y'all saw an animation on there that should have been triggered. That is the only one that irks me. Want to say, you don't gotta hit the wall hard enough. All right, here we go. That's a 2, 6, easy 8. That is another 2, 6, easy 8. There's another 8 in there. All right, this is what I consider a dangerous roll. So let me bet accordingly. See, we're gonna get something in here. All right, here we go. On this roll, and because I'm keeping track, actually at the real casinos, I'm writing it down or making some kind, either using my chips as a count. I try to focus a whole lot, my breathing, my breath, my landing spot. Try to do the best I can. Three, 4, 7 out. Yep.
Wow.
3, 4, 7 out.
Crazy.
3, 4, 7 out. But I did modify my best. But again, it happened. It happened, ladies and gents. It happened. Only got up to 7 rolls. All right, let me adjust the cameras. Camera 2, pressure 1. Here we go. See a lot of cameras doing the hokey pokey. There we go. We're back. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. There's a 1, 4, 5. There's a horse and buggy. 1, 4, 5. And the reason I make a comment about that roll count is because I have to beat probability like everybody else. That's why on myself, even on myself, I treat that bets accordingly. I'll just modify it. Okay, everybody's out there. Somebody's getting a count. There's a 3, 6, 9er. 3, 6, 9er. There's a good hit. That is the box number. Nope, nope. 2, 8, 6. Here we go. All right, get your bets in on there. Get your bets in there. All right, got a couple of you out there. All right, all bets are in. There's a 3, 6, 9er back to back. That is a back to back 9. There we go. Look at that. Okay, got a couple of you out there getting your bets. 2 out there. I'm trying to work my way back up from. I wasn't too back in the red. I think I was like I was 44 in the red and then 60 something with my roll. So we are in the green right now. I am betting according. I'm not betting too aggressively, just as we do the real casino. That's 1, 6, 7. 1, 6, 7. That is a 5 roll. All right, here we go. It takes us into 4 rolls. That is a 1, 6, 7. That was. Here we go. And that is still stay the same camera. Let me adjust the reposition. It was 8. There we go. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. Dun-dun. Here we go. We're on 46 rolls. We're at 46. And don't be afraid if you want to shoot from anywhere else. Let me know. All right. You're not stuck to that spot. So you want to do something, feel free to let me know. Meantime, let me check to see. Hopefully nobody contacted me, Ding, or anybody else.
Ready?
You're ready. Easy doozy. I do get there. I do hot ace deuce. Sorry, this was an ace deuce. So both of you out there didn't see that was an ace deuce. Sorry before I moved it. So cameras, hopefully y'all can see it up there. Okay, some of you get your bets in. There we go. All bets are in. We're still looking for a point. We're still looking for a point. This gentleman hit a hard ace deuce, a hard 8, hard 6, hard 6, hard 8. That's what he did last time, if I remember correctly. AC deuce once again. Woo, that's making us money. Unfortunately, I didn't parlay like I normally do. That's making us money. All right, all bets are in. Can you do that one more time? One more time. Unfortunately, on the cruises, I don't think we can hop any hardways or any numbers. I don't think there's a hop bet. No. Only on land casino that allows us hopping. 3, 5, easy. 8. 8's the point. 8 is the point. I probably need to stop moving the dice that quick. It's because they're brand new dice with a diamond edge, and they will catch on the actual belt.
Virgin Cruises has tacos.
Oh, they do?
And $10 people.
Look, dice are moving. All bets are in. I haven't traveled on we haven't traveled on Virgin yet. And of all the casinos, the cruises that you travel, which casino line do you like the most?
Well, I don't really play a whole lot of casinos, but I like Virgin.
1, 3, easy. 4. We went on the New Year's trip, and that one had nice destination. I like their destinations. It was in Panama. It was Costa Rica.
So it's 11 day.
I think so. It was a New Year's trip, and I liked it a lot. All right, got one of you out there getting your bets in, and that was a nice trip, especially the Panama and the Costa Rica. I like those ports. All right, one of you is getting a countdown.
How would you like Limon? Because I've been a lot of places in Costa Rica, but I've not been to Limon.
We liked them both. Honestly, we liked them both. I would do that trip again. The only thing is it's kind of long.
Long, yeah.
That's the hard part. 2 is 6, easy. 8. Shooter found his point. Shooter found his point. Here's the come out roll. I know this shooter likes to do it. He likes to get ACDC, so I'm going to bet a little more on the ACDC. The 2, 6, easy. All bets are in. Dice are moving. We're looking for a point. So on those port days, I like them. The one I don't get off too often is on Belize. That's the one that I kind of don't get off too often on Belize.
You can do a lot of tours in Belize. So if you do tours with the cruise lines, that's your best bet because Belize City is not pretty.
No, it's not.
No.
There's a come out roll. This is a roll extender that is a 1, 6, 7. That is a 167. Sorry if you had to whack. That was me trying to whack the Mr. Fly.
Yeah.
He's sticking his tongue at me multiple times he comes around. All right, so come out roll. That is a roll extender. That is a roll extender. So that is a win. And you work to come out. Ouch. All right, one of you is going to get countdown. Dice are moving. So you got a couple seconds in there.
So if you go to release to cave tubing.
Oh, the cave tubing? Yeah, we like the cave tubing.
You've done that before.
And the was that no somewhere else it wasn't in Belize where we did the piggy thing. I think it was somewhere in Florida side of Bahamas, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
That is again 1-6 back to back. That is a winner chicken dinner. Shooter's getting him all out of the system, so they'll get your heads up. You'll get him all out of the system. All right, this is a 1-6-7 winner. We're still looking for a point. Dice are moving. All bets are in. Oh, this year they have some new they have the new island, whatever they did. Have you heard of it? The Carnival Cruise Line's got the no private island or whatever.
Oh, I've not been.
Yeah, we haven't been to that one yet.
Been to Coco Cay on Royal.
Oh,
Nice.
At 4-6-10, that is a shorty. That is a shorty. There we go. 4-6-10. 10 is the point. All right. I am going to modify my bets because nothing against the shooter, but he just scared me a little bit. I am a little bit intimidated. All right. So here we go. Dice are moving. All bets are in. So what I'm doing is I am playing the Iron Cross. That's what I'm doing. I am playing the Iron Cross right now. So I had, let me see, I had 204 across, and I regressed to Iron Cross. So I had 204 across, and then I regressed after a couple of hits. That is a 235er. That is a 235. All right. That did pay me on Iron Cross. That is no field, a no field 5, but I did have the 5 places. So I made a nickel. Very slow way of making money, but I'm trying to be a little bit on the safe side. Was a good hit. 235. Right. The bet's in there. All dice are in. Dice are moving. I'm hearing the cruises out of California have some nice destinations, but I haven't been on them.
Yeah. Well, I've been to Puerto Vallarta and I didn't really like it. So I've not really cruised out of out of California.
There's a 145 horse and buggy. That is a horse and buggy. Now I did press because I had made a nickel on that. I had pressed my 5 to at least 20. So he's got 2 fights back to back. So the field is not helping me. Here we go. Get your bets in on it. 1, 4, then get 2, 3, 1 for you. All right, all bets are in. So if I want to play casinos, going to Vegas is my favorite because then we can select what casinos, depending how we're shooting, what casinos we can stop at. And plus, I like to use the comps, especially like Ellis. Eat there, enjoy their steak and breakfast. They got very good breakfast, and then go play at the casino. So I like to use the comps to our advantage when we're out there. That is a 1-5 easy 6. I had taken my field down, so there was no field, so I actually did make money on that. That is a 1-5 easy 6. That is a good hit. All right, dice are moving. All bets are in. Yeah, there's certain spots like I like to hit. Now everybody's got their favorite casinos and tables. 3-6-9er. It's a Nina. So what casino do you like travel down when you go to Vegas?
Um, I like, well, I stay at the room. So,
At the Wynn?
yeah,
Okay.
but I don't play craps there because it's very high.
Okay.
Palazzo. Thank you.
Okay. I'll ask my shooter later on. I don't want to interrupt him, but I'll see where he likes to go and play in Vegas.
Fremont, please.
Fremont?
Yep.
2-4 easy 6. They did kiss back in the end. That did kiss, but it was a good number. That is a 2-4 easy 6. So let me take that. I haven't been aggressive enough. But I'm playing the iron cross, so I already made some money. All right, one of you out there to give your bets. Now I'm going to go play at El Cortez. The only thing is I didn't like on there, they didn't let you set the dice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they were rushing me. Like, no, I can't set the
Really?
dice. Yeah. So it's like, I went there because some other friends from Houston were out there, but they were giving a little bit of a hassle at El Cortez, and I kind of just didn't like to go back there again.
And El Cortez is downtown?
It's over there in the old side of Fremont.
Either.
Fremont, yeah.
Um,
I like to go to nothing though.
As a 3-5 easy 8. Nice. There's another place bet hit.
Right.
So we got a good friend out there that kind of helps us out. So whenever we go out there, we'll go either Rich will meet us out there and he'll help us, and he likes to play with us and drive us around. Whenever he's getting a countdown, sometimes whenever he's not available, what we'll do is we'll just get an Uber because somebody will go like Josh and his wife and Gabby and I will go out there and a couple other ones. So I like going out there because we can nitpick what casinos we want to play at.
There you go. The options.
Yeah. 4, 6, 10. Woo, woo, winner, chicken dinner. That is a 4, 6, 10. Alright, come out roll. It is a come out roll. Alright, all bets are in, dice are moving.
Still here.
That is a 4, 6, 10 back to back. That's once again, that is a 4, 6, 10. If you reestablish the 10 as the point, oh, got a foot on me. And there's the point. Go. Get your bets in on there. There we go. All bets are in. Dice are moving. Although I have been hearing that the tourists have a count. Ooh, 2. The ballerina slippers part 4. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, tourism has been down in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. The tourism is slightly down for a bit.
Oh, we were there a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was crowded like you wouldn't believe.
I probably would be one of those in there. Actually, I don't actually we don't go out to too many casinos. Every now and then we walk on the strip.
We were down there same time as Robinson from Bolton, but we didn't
Oh, yeah.
we didn't get in touch with him.
Yeah.
But we were there at the same time, and it was crazy. Uber would take us 25 minutes
Yeah.
to get to the destination,
Mhm.
and walking is 25 minutes. Yeah, so
I do like to eat when I'm in Vegas Gordos tacos. I think the Gordos tacos is over there.
Ooh,
Yep.
I
go.
see you. I think tacos are gordo or something like that. But you have it's almost like not like a buffet, but you can walk up and order like every kind of tacos in there.
Oh.
All right, we're missing a number, right? I did make money because I was on the horn on there. All right, got two of you out there getting your bets in. Get your bets in on time. There you go. One of you. So one of you gonna get a countdown. All right, all bets are in. Yeah, I do like to eat. I'm a foodie. Yeah, if you, I love food.
Uh, uh.
AC Doocy. Look at that.
Nice.
Woo, woo. Ladies and gents, we got a hot shooter. He's at 19 rolls right now. That is a 1-9er. This is 20th roll. That is 2 zeros. That is 2 zeros. One of you's gonna get a countdown. The dice are moving. There you go. All dice are in. Yes, Regi is the hot shooter. Look at that. Flaming. Look at that.
Ah,
Caliente. Caliente. And yes, we're missing the original culprits. You know. Yes. And we're all 2-2 hard 4. Look at that. We've seen that a while ago. That is a 2-2 hard 4. That is a good number. That is a box number, and he found it the hard way. Look at that. Ballerina slippers. And I pressed that. It's hard 4 because he hit it before. Okie dokie. Dice are moving. All bets are in. Ooh, Reggie. I think we're gonna have to fill the tank up with gas and take out to go to Lake Charles, right? That's the dice
Game
ready
plan.
to shoot.
28, 30.
There
Man.
you go. 2-4 easy 6. 2-4 easy 6. Look at that, beautiful. It even rolled back, and I was landing right where the camera wants it. All right. One of you is gonna count down. One of you is gonna count down. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. Yeah, for me, I'm going to Lake Charles in about 3 hours, and if I time it right, if we go to Bush Airport from here, because I live close to Bush Airport, it's about maybe 4 hours, and I can be in Vegas. Yeah.
In 4 hours?
Yep.
Ah, that's short.
That is a shorty, and unfortunately, yes, folks, that is a 2-5-7, but that is 22 rolls.
Slip.
wow.
That is 22 rolls.
Awesome.
Slip. I'll make a little money on it.
Yep, yep. You made money.
I'm,
I brought back. Well, I came back. Did
Did you make some money?
no, I'm too far in the hole. And I'm just really being cautious.
I guess.
I came. You brought me back, and that's twice you brought me back. I left 243 on the table, but I'm only 40 in the hole. You brought me back. You did bring me back. But God, man, you got 22 rolls.
I'm on one is up right now.
Yeah.
You got 22 rolls. I'm only down 40. I was thinking of regressing, but I said, no, I'm going to let it go for once or more. I should probably press it a whole lot more than that.
Yeah, I wasn't pressing on mine either, so I get it.
But even with that, you brought me back. I think I was down maybe again in the 2-300, 2-3 black chips. All right, here we go. Let me bet accordingly.
I got 850 left.
Let me
So you
adjust
think
the
for dinner?
cameras.
Sure.
Yeah, please pay for dinner is what he's saying.
Crapsee money all day long. Crapsee dinner.
Right.
There we go. Sorry, I gotta do the hokey pokey when I'm doing that. Thank you, Duracell, for the feedback. He's saying some of the audio for him, he does. So you can judge how the annoying the sound is. The sound effect louder than chat. These sound effects. All right, we need to adjust. Thank you, Duracell. We'll go ahead and adjust some of the sound effects audio. So sound effect is louder than chat. Thank you, Duracell.
Did Duracell make some money?
I don't know, Duracell, did you make any money? Reggie's asking how much money did you make?
He did.
You can actually click on it. You can actually see what he has.
3,000.
Yeah.
He said 3,000.
Oh, he's
Initial
making money.
2,000 buy-in.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Oh, sorry for the short. That's a 358.
Okay.
That is a 3-5 easy 8. The dice just died over there. All right. All right, all bets are in. See, here we go. One, 3, 4. That is a 1, 3, 4. That is a 1, 3, 4. That is a box number. Mm-hmm. Go. Let me see if I can try to get close to 20 something rolls. Ah, 3, 4, 7 out. Oh, that one hurt me. That one hurt me. Ooh. That one.
That's a
All right.
company up here.
So here we go.
You gonna trade it?
No, not trading. We just stood around.
All right. So bear with me while I adjust the cameras.
No. Because
Whew, that was hard.
It's all good.
yeah.
Now I gotta dig myself back out of the hole. All right. It's okay. All right. So let me get camera. There you go. That is a 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. The point is 5. Okay, get your bets in. Get your bet in there. I am gonna try to work myself out of the jam. Not too bad, but I'm still in the red. Okay, one of you out there still getting your bets in. Try to get your bets. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. Okay, travel guy shooting up from straight out. We got 459er. Duracell, he made $70 on the 3 roller. Nice of these Duracell, because I didn't make any. But we always gonna go back to see how you're betting to improve our betting strategy. Because by all means, I'm always looking how to improve. And thank you for your feedback. Also, that feedback tells what audio, what sound effects are not so friendly to the listeners. Thank you. That actually does help out. I went 1600 on the 22 roller, so he made 1600. So Duracell says he's made 1622 roller. Our dice are moving. All bets are in. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Ooh, puppy paws, hard 10, nice.
Nope.
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really hard to hear the chat because the effects is so loud. Have keep the volume down. Okay, okay. So we'll take a look. No, no, it's this Duracell says the sound effects. So I'll go have to adjust the sound effects to more the proper decibel levels.
Wow.
There we go, guys. All right. Go ahead. So it's okay. Dice, it was too tough to call. Dice were off the table. So what I'll do is because I want to practice the real table, it will be unlocked. Table went off. The dice went off the table. Again, dice went off the table. Shooter, just take a deep breath. Try to tune yourself back in. We let the people adjust their bets. Some of you like to adjust your bets, so go ahead and adjust accordingly. Give you a couple minutes. I will do the same. I like to adjust my bet. Doesn't mean anything wrong with that. Okay. All right. All bets are in. That's a 1, 3, 4. That is an easy 4. Good number. Good number. So 1, 3, 4. So thank you, Duracell, for the feedback. What I'll do is I will go back and rewatch the video and I'll adjust the decibel level output for these sound effects. But I appreciate you the feedback. I will take that into account and we'll make the corrections. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That is a 1, 5 easy 6 on the shorty. That is a 1, 5 easy 6 on the shorty. There you go. I did make us some money. All right. If you're out there getting those bets in, right? Dice are moving. All bets are in. That is a 1, 4, 5er. That is the point. That is the point. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. That is the point. There we go. That is a come out roll. That is a come out roll. So if you see me kind of messing around with the feedback, I'm trying to do some minor adjustments. Dice are moving on the fly on some audio output. We got feedback from Duracell that the audio is a little bit too loud, so I am trying to make a little bit of an adjustment. I'll go back and look at the audio and correct every single sound effect. Right now, it's minor. Here we go. AC deuce in the come out roll. That is ace deuce. That is an ace deuce in the come out roll. That's a good time for that to come out. Well, at least I do like it because I'm betting on it. And I am gonna press it. That is an ace deuce. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. Travel Gal has found her spot. She's doing very well from straight out. There's a 3, 5 easy 8. 3, 5 easy 8. Eight's our point. 8 is our point. Get your bets in on you. And yes, we're missing our original bandit for the smalls. You know who we're missing. All right. So when you're getting a countdown. That's a 2-6 easy 8. That is a 2-6 easy 8. That is a winner chicken dinner. That's a winner chicken dinner. Let me see if I can adjust the audio in there. That is a winner. All right. Get your bets in on there. Got one of you out there getting your bets in. One of you's getting a countdown. Dice are moving. It's a come out roll. As a 1-4-5er horse and buggy. Point is 5. The point is 5. Point is 5. All right, got two of you out there getting your bets in. One of you out there. All right, all bets are in. One, 6, 7 out. 1, 6, 7 out. But you had 11 rolls. Very good roll count. That is 11 rolls. You got way into the double digits. Double digits. All right. So what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna try to shoot from 6 left 1. Let's see how it goes for you. So let me move the camera. So I gotta do some turning around the stuff. But the cameras won't have to change and just be the computers. So camera B position 5. There we go. Here we go. We can do this.
No?
Oh, Reggie, you're up.
Yeah.
You're Reggie, you're up. Yeah, you're up.
Yeah.
My bad. You're up, Reggie. Here, Reggie. Here, Reggie. Okay, let me adjust accordingly because you were shooting. You were on a hot shot. You were hot roll. At 20 something. Got a little too excited on.
I can switch.
Oh no, sir. I will gladly pass the dice if you shoot it that well. That is 639er. That is 639. There's a 369. 9 is a point. All bets are in. Dice are moving.
So behind.
You got a 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. There's a 3-5 easy 8 once again. Let me see if I can adjust the audio on the fly because it's only on for a fraction of a second. Okay, get your bets on in. One of you out there, there we go. Bets are in. So Dorso, you're online out there. I'm trying to make some adjustment, at least to get one of the audio sound effects probably in the right decibel level output, and then we'll go back later on tonight and adjust all the other ones. So that is a 1-3-4 easy 4. That is a 1-3 easy 4. That is a 1-3 easy 4. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 4-5-9er. That is the point. That is a winner chicken dinner. Right, that is 4-5-9er is a winner. All right, all bets. This is a come out roll. Get your bets in there accordingly. All dice are moving. That is a 2-4 easy 6. 6 is the point. 6 is the point. All bets are in. Dice are moving.
It's also the seventh book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't watch out for that. I should modify my bets. Okay. But I did modify. Not too much though. What's your point? Shooter's about to get his point. He likes those hard 6s and 8s. I see him get it back to back. 1-4-5 horse and buggy. 1-4-5 is an easy. There you go. Here you go. 1-4-5. There you go. Look at that. Get your bets on in there. One of you out there. This thing. All right, there you go. Bets are in. That's a 4-4 hard 8. Look at that. Look at that. I don't know if you had one of those in you. There you go. Square pair. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. Three hard 6. Didn't I tell you this shooter can hit those hard ways? Did I not tell you this shooter can hit the hard ways? Let me adjust the audio. Look at that. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. All right. Two six easy eight. 2-6 easy eight. Eight's the point. Eight is the point. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 1-5 easy six. That is a 1-5 easy six. Nope. That's in on it. Okay, one of you gonna get a countdown. Dice. All right, let's go. Two, three, five. That is a 2-3-5. The dice did hit the money, but it did end up with a good roll. 2-3-5. There we go. Let's check that out. Wait. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. Oh, bear with me just a second. Get the chance. You got hello? Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Are you here? All right, no problem, no problem. We're here. We're live right now. No problem, bro. Talk to you soon. All right, bye. There was Joe and his wife is saying like that. They just left Oklahoma, so you're good to go. Yeah. It's gonna take them a while for them to get back. All right, we got two people out there. Get your bets, so get your bets on it. Press the ready, ready button, ready button, ready button. That's a 2-2 hard four. 2-2 hard four. This shooter can hit hard ways. I am being a little bit more aggressive on my hard ways because this shooter I have seen him hit him, so I'm betting a little bit more aggressive. Okay, get your bets on in there. You got ballerina slippers. Now, if you keep shooting like that at the Orleans, we be making bank. Oh, so much money. That Orleans, it pays so much money on the place bet hardware. So even if you get the soft fours and soft sixes, it doesn't knock down that place bet hardware. It's a whole lot faster to get a smalls, the 150 out of the smalls. 4-4 hard eight. Look at this gentleman. 4-4 hard eight. I need to take you to the Orleans, my man. Dude, because all you need is two hardways, one of them to press it and the other one to collect it, and you collect the same amount as if you put $5 on the smalls. Start with a nickel. You hit, it pays you 25. I parlay it to 35 bucks. The next time you hit, it pays you 150. Faster on the smalls than that. $5, and it takes you a while. On this one, you already got me. I'll probably be collecting maybe $600 to $800 on you already.
That's long. I'm like, here.
Yeah, you have to go to that one casino. That's the one casino that has those bets. I haven't seen it anywhere else. Because they don't have the ATS. They have something called like the replay. Yeah, got the replay, which I don't care for. I still bet it, but I don't care for it. 3-5 easy 8. See, on that one, it doesn't even knock it down. It will still stay up on there.
Really?
Yeah, it still stays up on there.
Mm.
You can hit as many soft 8s as you want. But as soon as you get the hard 8s, it pays you out.
Oh,
Yeah, they have these also, but they have this place bet hardless.
Yeah, there. So you still want on anything. Let it rock.
All right, one of you is getting a countdown, so make sure you get your bets in on time. Got 2, 6, easy, 8 shooter found their point. Shooter found his point. That is a winner. That is a winner chicken dinner. Right, dice are moving, all the bets are in. Shooter is at 7. This is going to be his 17th goal. 17th goal. We're guaranteed 18. Reggie's on his way to break his own record. You're on the way to break your own record. 2, 4, easy, 6. 6 is a point. 6 is a point. Last time, the only thing that got you was that shorty, but everything else has been awesome. You've been on point. The one I didn't hear from today was Damien. Enrique said his kids showed up, so he's gonna take them out to eat and then try to make it. So Enrique, if you're out there, hopefully tuning in. And Josh said he was having car problems. Him and his wife were having car problems. And Damien is the only one that didn't hurt. Damien said he was gonna show up also, but I haven't heard from him. Joseph just called right now. They're barely met at Oklahoma, so I don't think they'll be here on time. 1, 6, 7 out, but 18 rolls. And very nice roll, my man. Very nice roll. You got me into the green. I got 304. I got 304, and I was down. I was down. Yeah, I did leave 240 on the table, but I still collected 300. So I'm gonna try from stick left 1. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure how it goes. No, it's okay. It'll be
No, but I'll come back.
Okay. Okay. Gabby can do it if you want.
Trying to eclipse this style. Every time I get there,
All right, so let me adjust the camera. There we go. I'm gonna try from stick left 1. I'm gonna try from stick left 1. Get your bets in on there. My first try from stick left 1 for today. Let's see how it goes. All right, all bets are in. I heard that ding ding from Crapsee. All bets are in. I'm gonna do cross 6s. 6, 5, 6, 3. 2, 4, easy 6.
so see.
All right. With a 6, 5, 6, 3. You stick left 1. That's an aces in both places. He found aces.
They got paid not like I should. No.
We had something else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right. All bets are in.
I was supposed to be in
6, 5, 6, 3 is the dice that I'm using from stick left 1. Oof. 2, 4, easy 6. 2, 4, easy 6. We did find our point. That is a winner chicken dinner. That is a winner. We did find our point. This is a come out roll. It is a come out roll. All right, all bets are in. 6, 5, 6, 3 is the dice set that I'm using. That's an ace deucey on the come out roll. That is an ace deuce. That's an ace deuce. I like that. I can work with that. The reason I like horns on the come out is because I actually bet the horn on my come out roll, even on the shooter. And I do bet a little extra on the ace deuce because I have a place bet. That's the reason I do that. So I do like horns, especially if they're back to back. All right, all bets are in. That's a 1, 5, easy 6. That is a 1, 5, easy 6. That had a weird hit. Kind of just hit. One of them exploded to the right, and the other one kind of just hit the backbone and fell splat. Kind of just splat down there. That is a 1, 5. Let me enter it here. 1, 5, easy 6. All right, all bets are in. I kind of listen to the chime of Crapsee when I hear that ding ding. That means that everybody's got their bets in. So that's kind of what I'm listening to. 4, 5, 9er. That is a 4, 5, 9er. 4, 5, 9. Okay, so I consider this a dangerous roll. So bet accordingly. Bet accordingly. And I'll be truthful, even sometimes I'm at the real casino, like on the cruise lines or online, I actually go turn off my bets or just throw a field bet, and that's the only thing that I have working for me. But again, it just depends how I am on my bankroll.
On the 7th row.
Yeah, even on myself. 2, 4, easy 6. There we go. Winner, chicken dinner. That is, we did find our point. See, that's just me, my own crazy ass superstition that something's gonna happen, including the finding the point. But that's just my own little goofy mindset. Come out roll, so bet accordingly. And just to give you a heads up, I have been known to destroy people if you're working to come out, so be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful. I've been known to hit even up to 8 big reds back to back to back to back. Even if I modify my dice set, it's been weird. But I made some of my best friends when they're being dark side betters on the cruise lines, and some of my best friends have been like that. Hey Vince, you kicked my ass, but I was able to come back. Sorry. Aces in both places. We already had that number. We already had that number. Now we did make money, but we already had that number. All right, all bets are in. 6, 5, 16 is the dice set. 2, 3, 5, 2, 3, 5. Oh man! Now we're missing the 4, so I am gonna play the 4. I'll lay it for. I'll lay it for 90 because I'll cover my place bets that I have on it. That way, either way, I am gonna win. I'm hoping we get it. So we got aces. We got a 2, 3. Oh, that's a 2, 3. Not 2, 3. 2, 3. Sorry, I got a whole little tablet and it's kind of very slow. So when I enter the numbers, I gotta go back and adjust it sometimes. 6-5, 6-3, and let me go ahead. I believe Lady Luck's gonna tease me and she'll give me ace deuces and fives. Oh, that felt a little bit iffy. 4, 6, 10. That's the other number she'll give me. She'll give me 10 because she knows there's a sister number.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get up to 28. What is it? 22 rolls, 23 rolls, I think. Regi hit over here. Got to beat his record. And he got two huge rolls. I think 18 and 22. Hmm.
You can do it.
There you go. 3-3 hard 6. Look at that.
Yep.
Got a hard 6 up there. Ooh. This lady's lucky to give me AC Deucey. She's lucky to tease me. Computer. Oh, those what are we missing then? Let's see. And then there we go. Is that right? All bets are in. 6-5, 6-3, same dice set. Stick left 1. And actually running a checklist in my head when I do this. Breathing, posture, dice look right, landing spot. I'm kind of doing a mental checklist. 3-3 hard 6, back to back.
There you go.
There we go. I learned this from Regi. I learned this from Regi. This Regi can do it.
Can you?
I think I can. Oh, come on. Come on, ballerina slippers. All right. All right. Here you go. All bets are in. Four, 6, 10. I like that. Those pay very well. But look how Lady Luck teases us. She knows we need a 4, and she's giving us plenty of 10s. She's giving us plenty of 10s. 5. And honestly, unless I feel very dialed in and I know what the dice are doing, I won't modify the dice set unless I know exactly what my left dice and right dice are doing. Because sometimes I'm so tuned in, I can kind of sense what they're doing or I can see what the patterns are. And now I'll modify them accordingly. An example, I'm getting a lot of midnights. I probably will put the 4s on top, but I'm not getting any midnights, so I have no domination of the top head of the dice because I'm doing 6-5, 6-3. But I only modify the dice if I feel that I know what the dice are doing, which I don't know what they're doing now. Oof. 1, 6, 7 out. 1, 6, 7 out. But I did make a little bit of money. I made $100, 109. I made 109, but I did regress and then built up. All right. Time for travel down. Where should you shoot from? Straight out.
Yeah, shooting
You
straight.
can say straight up?
Yeah, because I think I'm kind of had that on.
I'm gonna shoot over there. I'm gonna shoot a little bit.
Yeah.
Next time I'll shoot.
Again, we're here to explore, so feel free to let me know where you want to shoot, because you're welcome to try things out. We're here to practice and learn.
Yeah, I'm shooting.
All right, so travel gal will be shooting from straight out. Yeah.
If
All right, get your
Rich
bets.
wants to go, that's fine.
No, you.
You're fine.
I am throwing a nickel on the aces because that was the number we're missing. So get your bets on in. Get your bets in here. All right. So that is a come out roll. Look at this thing. There you go. 3, 4, 7. All right. Go ahead and replace your bets. That is a come out roll.
When you hop horns, what's the payout?
Depends on which one. Ace deuce and
Aces pay-
then it's 15
Yeah.
to 1. And then 30 to 1 for aces and box stars.
So it's still the same regardless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you call on the proposition bets, that's where you get the 30 to 1. So if you like box star, I mean not heart 8 or heart 4, that's what you would get
That's
but it's a one time only.
yeah. I was just wondering because I was looking at hop this, I saw the whole entire world.
That's a 4.
Here you go. You call it, you can get it.
There you go. 8's the point.
You call it, you get it. Ace of coin. That was your come up. It's better for it. Let's see. You know something, Mason.
All right. That is 4, 4, heart 8.
Let's try to make some.
8 is the point. Get your bets on. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving.
No pressure.
As the 1, 4, 5 horse and buggy. That is a 5.
You know, same bit. Same bit. Stay there.
So depending on what casino, sometimes they'll let me just I can only go up to 35. If they allow me to go to 36, sometimes I do bid the 6 for 36. It depends what casino you're at. Something 2, 5, 7 out. So some casinos do allow that, and some casinos will not. So it just depends what casino you're at. 2, 5.
All right, let's see if I can come back.
Here we go. All right. Bet accordingly. Regi has moved him straight out into stick left 1. Let me adjust the camera. So there you go. There we go. All right. So we got Regi on stick left 1. There's a 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. Point is a 4. So because Regi is experimenting, I am going to play the iron cross until I get a sense of how the shooter is shooting. I am playing the iron cross. Could go like maybe 220 or something on there. Sorry, inside. But I'm playing the iron cross because I am up. Regi brought me up when his very good roll. He brought me up, and I was able to make $104 or 100 and something on my roll. So I'm trying not to be so as aggressive because on the casino I've been up a couple thousand and I get some of it back because I've been betting too aggressive. Although Travel Gal has mentioned like, if you're up, let's go home. Go get some rest. Go get some rest. Go enjoy something else. You already made money. Why stay at the table?
That's it.
Una posición que cuando estuvieron aquí con su team, cuando hago aquí el team, respondo. All right. Dice are moving. The point is 4. Now I'm not being so aggressive on the hardways this go around. I've been a little bit more modest because this is a Regi from a different spot. But in the previous shot, I was betting very heavy on the hardway. 347.
Doing it.
Yep.
I like this.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Back to
All right, so I'm gonna be shooting from.
Sorry, I'm putting it down. Angle down.
Yeah, I think he's doing.
Well, you want to
You
do one more round, and then you want to do then stop the feed and go to a crapless, or you want to keep? It's up to you. What do you want to do?
Let's do the crapless.
Go to crapless. All right.
Because I want to see how it feels.
All right,
See
so
how-
ladies and gents, bear with me a second. What we're going to do is we're going to mute the audio, and we're going ahead and actually change to a crapless. So bear with us a second. We'll stay with the feed, and we're going to do a crapless code. It should show up shortly. So bear with me a second. On the YouTube feed, same video stream, the Crapsee code will change shortly. So we're going to go to a commercial break, and it'll probably freeze the video and audio. So audio will go down and the commercial will freeze on one of the frames, but give us about 5 minutes and we'll come back with a new crapless code, okay? All right, ladies and gents, welcome back. Look at the new Crapsee code. Ooh, I don't think I changed the code. I think, hold on, bear with me a second, because I think I got a J in there. May be able to change it here. Bear with me, the Crapsee code is not correct. What is a J, please? Backspace. So, bear with me, the code is C7. Perfect. So the Crapsee code is C7, Mike 4, Queen 2. This is a crapless session. This will be crapless. So I do have to adjust. the actual numbers. If I can see where the mouse is and the cursor is here. All right. And we'll let Reggie. So again, for those of you who are still tuning in, the Crapsee code is C7 Mike 4 Queen 2. This is a crapless session. When we'll let Reggie started out. Oops, yeah, there we go. You know, Reggie started out from stick left one, then travel gal, and then myself on last. So we'll do Reggie.
Go ahead. I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, Reggie, or Reggie shot last, right? So we'll let travel gal go. Let travel gal go. Go straight out again. All right. So travel gal would get the dice. So those of you tuning in, again, the Crapsee code is on screen. C7, Mike 4, Queen 2. It is a new table, so bet accordingly. It's crapless session, eh? Crapless. All right, here we go. Dice are moving. All bets are in.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody's getting a countdown. All right. Straight up. Straight up. Straight up. I think I got everything in here. There's a 4, 6, 10. The point is 10. That's 10 easy. Point is 10. All right, get your bets on in. The point is 10.
Hold on a second.
All bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 4, 6, 10. That is the point. That is a winner chicken dinner. Squid. Same exact way that you found it. 4, 6, 10. There we go. It's a winner chicken dinner. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. As an aces in both places.
Mm-hmm.
It is an aces in both places.
Okay.
That. Remember, ladies and gents, we are paying crapless, so you can establish that point. So that's exactly what we did. Okay. So 2 is a point. 2 is a point. You won't be able to see the actual on screen. Oops. Hold on. I think one of the cameras froze. So bear with me a sec.
Mm-hmm.
One of the cameras did freeze.
So practice, you don't have to tell.
There we go.
No.
We're back.
No.
So 2 is the point. 2 is the point. Dice are moving. All bets are in. Remember, this is a new Crapsee code, ladies and gents, a new Crapsee code. AC Doozy, look at that. Woo! Nice. Very nice. Alrighty, so it's going to be place 10. Right, get your bets in here. Get your bets in here. Travel guys working her way up to a 4. She's going in order 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All in that order.
That's right. There you go.
Ooh, a 5 close. That is
Have nothing
close.
on the 5 because I'm being cautious this time.
Getting close. Good.
All right, get your bets on in here. I've yet to been on the table where somebody quickly goes in and hits an ATS. I've heard of it. I just never been on it where they say, you know what, he hits them like right away, back to back, 1, 2, 3, 4, and boom. I would love to be in that table. We go in and 10, 10 across, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up a couple thousand. All right, time to go. That is a 459er. That is a 459. 459. But it's a Nina.
Well, you know, it is my name.
Nina?
Nina.
It's a Nina. So your husband is out there making money on the card, right?
Okay, yeah, hopefully. I haven't heard from him.
Which is good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Good news.
Hopefully he comes back with like Mattress Mac with a barrel full of money.
That would be nice.
That was impressive when I saw Jim McInville with a barrel full of money. One of those payouts. That's a 2-4 easy 6.
Nice.
2-4 easy 6. That's looking very nice. This lady looking at teasers and gives plenty of 10s. Hopefully she doesn't cheat. Hopefully she gives her that 4. She will. The hard way. All right, dice are moving. All bets are in.
Yo.
5, 6. Yo, look at that. Nice. Very, very nice. Okay, here come ballerina slippers. Ballerina slippers.
Yep.
Y'all doing very well from straight out. Y'all doing very, very well.
Hard 6.
It's hard 6.
6 came down and I
Nice.
didn't put it back.
Then put it back.
No, it came down. I didn't see
Yeah.
the numbers to focus on now.
Is that place?
Yeah.
There we go. So what you're gonna do is okay. Get your bets in. Get your bets on in.
No.
You never bet like that.
Never moved like that.
Yeah, not real money.
But hey,
Fake money.
I've been watching this guy. He did bubble craps. He turned $200 into like $1,800. I was like,
Oh, that great guy? Is this great?
he's got a YouTube channel. Plays bubble
2, 6,
craps.
easy
There you
8.
go.
2, 6, easy 8.
Yeah, right now, I'm almost at 1,000.
Ooh, nice.
But I would never play that.
12 and 4, please.
Even Gabby is kind of looking for that 4.
All right. This is what we're going to do. We're going to bring it all down. Cause that's what I want. I'm gonna reset. Let's say reset. Reset it all the way to okay.
Okay. That's right.
So now my pressure's going, so you can see what happens.
2-5 shut out.
Right.
Ugh, so close, so close.
That was a good pullout.
That
Yeah.
is.
That was good.
That was
These
pretty
are
good.
really good now.
Even though I pulled out and I still got here for about 225, I had about 700 or 800 on the table before I pulled it down. So
Nice.
that was,
I left 209 on the table.
that was
209. But that was very good. So, okay, so it's my roll.
What'd you say? Make 1,000, then you walk away?
Yep.
Your roll should give me that 1,000. You bet the same exact way. See what happens.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm doing very good from straight out. I wonder if I should go. No, let me practice. I might be practicing on the cruise ship anyway, so let me stick here. I'll stick in this spot. Only thing is on the cruise ship they don't have any crapless, so it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So what can we do? Let me go stick left one. I'll go stick left one. Yeah, that way we can keep the camera on there, so I'm not
Yeah.
moving the cameras around.
Yeah, I can get off way.
There you go.
I shoot from here.
No, I mean, on the cruise ship, I also tell people like, look, when you're ready to shoot, if you want to shoot on the spot, if I'm here, let me know.
Yeah.
And most of the time, the dealers are kind of nice, and they'll say, hey, pit boss, we're gonna be switching spots, yeah, and they're nice and kind, and they'll do that. So for me, if y'all out there with me on a cruise trip, and you probably hear me say like, by all means, say like, can I shoot from there? And by all means, I'll say, yep. Step right on in. I'm trying to make money.
That's it.
I'm not trying to hog in the spot. We're all like, oh, my friend Marty says, we're all trying to eat. Yeah, we're all trying to eat. Here we go. Get the computer in here. All right. You know what? Let me play around. Let me do the chopper toss.
Oh, nice. I'd like to see that.
Let me do the chopper toss. All right. What I'm doing on the chopper toss, I'm going to do an all 7 set. And because I'm rotating the dice, I am going to put one of the numbers, instead of being an all 7, one of them I'm going to rotate them over. That's what I'm going to do. So it's going to look like 5, 1, 6, 5.
Okay.
So it's an all 7, mutated 7, which is one of them. One of them is a hard ways. And that's kind of what I'm doing. Because I'm rotating the dice, and based on how I'm getting the numbers, if I'm getting 3s and 4s or 3, 4, 7s as they come out, then I'll probably rotate it clockwise. So that's kind of what I'm doing. The chopper toss, and they're kind of spinning like a chopper, trying to use the spin to try to make the dice stay on axis and just spin their way back. There's a 5-6 yo. There's a 5-6 yo. Unfortunately, we're playing crapless, so that was established at the point. Now I do have a horn bet in there, so that's kind of what that kind of did help. But and the real table is actually just we made it as a point. Establish the point as a yo. So again, I'll start with the 6, 5, 1, 2, and then I rotate it. So it'll look like a 5, 1, 6, 5. Hopefully we get that back to back. I'm being more modest in my betting because it costs a lot of money when you get every single number on here. 6, 6. Buck
Whoa,
cars.
nice.
Ooh, that's it.
Good
That
deal.
paid us very well.
That paid very well.
Okay. All right. That paid me on the field and on the place number. So let me place a couple numbers. I can buy the 12 and let me place a 5.
There.
That's a 6, 6. Again, for me, it's very dangerous on this one. I feel it as a dangerous roll because if I'm not dialed in, I won't do the chopper. It's only when I'm upping money and I want to have some fun and kind of some play money when I'll do this because I don't practice it as much. Somebody's getting a countdown. Somebody's getting a countdown. There we go. Those are the people that's the only shot they'll do. For me, it's more like I'm up some money. Let me have a little bit of fun. There's a 369er. That's a 369er. That is a 369er. Now, at this point, if it, the crapless tables that have been to the casinos, they don't have the ATSs.
Yeah.
I only have here in Lake Charles, we only have the Golden Nugget, and they don't have ATS on the crapless. But what I'm hoping for right now, I'm hoping for a 10, because that way I will lay the 8. So guaranteed, if I do get a 10, I am gonna lay the 8 because it pays 1 to now. I'm hoping for a any 10. 3 hard 6. 3 hard 6. 3 hard 6. So I'm still missing a couple numbers. Like I don't have the 4 and 10 on there because I was paying the field. But I think I made enough money. Now I'm just gonna play with the place bets and try to build it up from there. All right, all bets are in. This is
Well, finally I'm in the green. Yeah, that's a good thing.
you want puppy paws.
Oh my gosh, he's 1,000. Let's show up.
That's a 459er.
Yes.
That's a 459er. Yeah, we got pugs. We got a lot of pug puppies. So that's why I'm thinking puppy paws. So anybody out there who wants a pug, let us know. We got too many pugs. Got 3 pugs left. But they're so cute. They're smushy things. Smushy things. All right. Dice are moving. That's a 4-6-10. That is a 4-6-10.
Yep.
I'm laying the 8. Lay the 8, please. Lay the 8. Lay the 8. Lay the 8. Because either way you win. If you have $5 on the small on the talls,
Oh,
you're gonna win 150. So at least lay it for half, and that would pay even money. So that's what I'm doing, and I do have my place bet on there. But for me, that's just for me. I tend to, if I know I'm only missing the 8, I'm gonna lay for half the money. Either way, I win. Or either way, like either make 150 minus the 75 will make $75, right? So that's what I'll do. I'm hoping for the 8. All right. A little bit too far to the right. 2-3-5er. 2-3-5er. That's a 5er. All right. Oh, we got past the dangerous roll. I had lost count. Honestly, I had lost count. I probably would have modified my bets. Probably would have modified my bets.
That's what I
Yeah, I love the paper. This is some old school. Howard Rock and Roller, God rest his soul. He's the one that say like, look, write down your bets. He took me out to the casino. I was out there in Florida, and he had pen and paper. And honestly, that's one less thing I got to memorize. Is if I have it on paper, I can kind of see patterns and trends. Or even for myself, I can't get past a certain amount of rolls. I'll say, okay, I'm about to hit my pattern, and I need to either regress my bets or adjust something. 369er, 369er. That is a neener. No, that was a that was a 369, folks. One thing I do run through my mental check is try not to throw the dice with my air in my lungs, kind of in that natural pause. 3, 4, 7 out. 3, 4, 7 out. It only got us to 9 rolls, but again, I did lay it, so I am up 153.
Yeah.
I am up a little
I'm
bit.
not so.
You want it?
It's yeah. I'm gonna try that chocolate shot.
The chopper shot.
Yeah. I'm gonna try that because
For me, it's a fun shot. If I'm up some money, I'll play that one just to have like release some stress and just have fun with it. But because I laid it, we did make money. I wish we would have gotten it though. All right.
How much did you lay it for? 75?
Yeah, I lay it for half of what I'm gonna win. The only time I'll double it up or increase it very heavy is if I know that we're just missing one for the alls. If I'm missing one side, I bet it for half.
yeah.
If we're missing that number just for the alls, then I'll increase that a whole lot more, maybe $300-400. Either way, you're gonna win.
Right.
All right, somebody's getting a countdown. Somebody's getting a countdown.
More than a good.
It's
That is
still
a
rolling
5, puppy paws.
Thanks.
Okay, 10 is the point. All right, all bets are in. That's a 3-5 easy 8, 3-5 easy 8. Okay. All right, all bets are in. That's an AC doozy. Nice.
There you go.
Nice. Thank you. All right, keep your bets on in. All right, all bets are in. I think if the cruise had a crapless table, it'd be too intimidating for people. Because this is totally different.
Yeah.
4-5-9er.
Say that.
4-5-9er. Okay, all dice, all bets are in. Now, what we did with Josh and I when we went to Vegas and we're playing crapless because it was a lot of money to play him. What we did is we played corporation. He took the bottom half and I took the bottom half and took a pattern of how much to bet with grass and stuff like that.
And that's a good idea.
1-5 easy 6. So that way, so if we weren't down too much, both of us.
Right.
So we had a pattern like a right first hit, press it, second hit, collect it, or at least spread it across. So we had something going on. So I did like that. I'll be truthful. I did like that. It prevented us from getting hurt that bad.
Right.
And we were down for a bit, and there was a couple of gym that had some good rolls. We made our money back. So we got out with banana chips. All right, somebody's getting a countdown.
That's amazing.
We did get out with some banana chips. So those $1,000 chips are what is it, $500? The plums are 500, and I think bananas are 1,000.
Yeah.
There's 2-6 easy, 2-4 easy 6, 2-4 easy 6, 2-4 easy 6. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. The only thing is you have a plan how much you're going in and stuff like that, so people don't end up rebuying or stuff like that. Because sometimes one side will be very strong and the other side would be. So you're trying to at least to recover both your money. 235er, 235er. That is a 235. Right. That's right. Because there's been a times that I played corporation with a couple people, and they don't stick to the plan. So it's sometimes you got to be very careful who you're participating with on stuff like that. That's not for everybody, but it does help you extend your bankroll. There's a 459er. There's a 459er. That's a Nina. Nina just shot a Nina. All bets are in. Dice are moving. One five easy 6. 1 5 easy 6. All right, we're getting a couple players out. So I think another player just joined. So we go. Additional player out there. Thank you for tuning in out there. We got a crap list table. Make sure you look at the screen. There's a table code C7M4Q2. 3 hard 6.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
It didn't feel right, but you're hitting your landing spot.
Yeah.
You are hitting your landing spot. All right, get your bets on in there. Got one of you out there still. I think one of the viewers. There you go.
The viewer is yourself.
369er. 369er. Another Nina.
Nina.
That's me.
All right, dice are moving. All bets are in. Yeah, there's a fly out there. Ooh,
Let's
box
go.
cars. Nice. 6-6. That pays very well. Ooh. There you go. All right, got two of you out there still out on your bets, so go ahead and get your bets in on time. There we go. Got one more coming in. There we go. All bets are in. Dice are moving. Four, 5, 9. That's another Nina. Nina's hitting those Ninas. I got one more. Got one more out there getting the table. Getting your bets on in. All right. Yep. She's doing good.
What?
She's doing good. No. This is her 14th. 1 5 easy 6. 1 5 easy 6. Very good. Very, very good. Okay, all bets are in. Dice are moving. AC Deucey.
There you go.
AC Deucey. Nice. Ooh, we had to block that ace deuce. Now we're about to get a heart fourth. Where are you? Get that one of you out there. Get your bets on in. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. Eight, 1, 3 easy, 4.
Yes, and I helped it.
1, 3 easy, 4.
Yeah.
There you go.
But just not by a lot. But
Happy folks.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
know what you're gonna do? Throw it.
There you go. We're missing on the small side. Okie dokie. Get your bets on in. Get your bets on in. We got a hot shooter here. We got a hot shooter. Here we go. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 2-2 hard.
There you go.
4 ballerina slippers. That is a back-to-back
Down.
hard. That's a back-to-back 4.
You might find your shot. You might need to throw the shot for real.
That's what I'm thinking. You gotta get in touch with Sarge.
Yeah, get that done. All right, one more. Here we go. That's
There you go.
2, 6 easy, 8. 2, 6 easy, 8. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. That's a 6 by yo. We got him.
Talking about.
We got the talls. We got the talls, ladies and gents. That is a winner. We got our talls over here. We got every single one of those. We're missing the aces. And unfortunately, I don't want to lay because it costs too much money. It costs too much money to lay. But what I am gonna do, I am gonna collect all my money from my actual numbers on here, and I'm going to table minimum. All across table minimum. I've made my money. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just build it up. I collected all my money, and I'm gonna build it up. Some people will stay in there, and they make a whole lot more money than I do. I'll be honest with you. All right, but one more out there to get the bets in. Somebody's getting a countdown.
Oh, that would be me.
So I did table minimum, and then I'm just gonna press, full press. Just it's the house's money. Aces!
Oh!
Yeah! You got the ATS. You got the ATS. Every single one.
That's just gotta.
Nice.
Check it was fire logo.
Yeah, nice. Look at that. All right. Some of you out there, one of you out there, so get your bets in, get your bets on in. Nina just hit the ATS, every single one, and she's still shooting. All right. One of you's gonna get the countdown. One of you's gonna get the countdown in 3, 2, 1. Dice are moving. Yeah, that chopper is doing good for you. 2, 6 easy, 8. Yes. Now, okay, I am doing a full press on that number. I'm not collecting anything. I'm just dropping. I had it 18. I'm dropping $3, taking it to 42, and next time 42, I'm taking it to 90. I am doing full press. It's the casino money now. It is the house's money, so I'm not afraid to bet it. It's as if I just found a couple $100 on the floor and I'm not pressing it. All right, one more of you is out there giving bets. All bets are in. That's
Oh.
347. 347. It's all right. Very good roll. 22 rolls. 22 rolls.
Good shot.
Very good shot.
You know, shoot.
Nice. Look at that. Scary was keeping count on it. 22. Woo.
5.
So I'm up 1687. We're leaving 237 on the table. So I left around 240, but I collected 1700. So it's very.
Look, how much?
So
I'm up almost 1700. 1687.
That's good.
Yeah, that's on just on her roll.
Yeah, I had 275.
Yeah, I don't mind leaving 240 because it's a casino's money. So for me, it doesn't hurt. Now it hurts when I left 240 on the table. I only took $10 in profit. That one hurts. That one hurts. All right, Reggie, you're up from the straight out. This is a crapless session. This is a crapless session. Nice. And we caught you on the live stream, Nina. Everybody can see that you hit the ATS in 22 rolls. All right.
Yep.
Dice are moving. Reggie, you're up. Have you practiced the chopper shot much, or you were just experimenting right now?
No, I did practice that. I saw Sarge
Yes.
and Casher Page
Yeah.
and Goblin.
Okay. 257. 257. It is a come out 7. This is the one time that it does work for you on the practice. So it is a come out roll. So it is a winner. For those of you who work the extremes, ouch. I don't work on the come out, even on the trap list. I just won't. It'll hurt me too much if too many big reds are in the way. Now at this point, if I'm up that much, I should probably hit the cage. Well, will I do it? I probably won't. But I'll give myself a budget. I said, like, look, here's $500. Whatever I got to do with it is $500. That's the only thing I can play with now. 167. That is a 167.
Yeah.
That is a winner.
I'm killing myself.
That is a winner. Oh, my apologies, folks. Bear with me because I think one of the cameras is frozen. Hold on, I just haven't adjusted. I got let me reach you for that. No. Let me go. There we go. Got camera going. Go. There you go. Good to go. Future. Go. Take your shoots. Shoot. Check. Okay. Sorry. I'll be honest with you. If I'm seeing this kind of a thing, I probably will be more careful on betting. I'll probably maybe use a 5 count or maybe wait a couple rolls. Once we do establish point. And I'll do this to myself or to everybody else. So if I'm doing this, I kind of wait on myself a 1 or 2 rolls, even after I establish point. 4 hard 8. Or at minimum, I'll do it like an iron cross. That I will do often.
Oh, that makes sense. Into an iron cross.
Yeah, at least I'll have something. I'm playing a little something in there. That'll cost me a whole lot less. I'm trying not to risk too much money because I've been on the receiving end of the dark side when my bets are just not betting accordingly. No matter where I put my money, it's just not hitting. It's like I move my money to certain numbers and they're not hitting everything else but where I have my money.
Whoa.
Too tall to call, ladies and gents. Too tall to call on the rail. Yeah. So too tall to call. I'm going to unlock it. I'm going to unlock it so you can adjust your bets if you want to. The dice went off the table. Now, one thing, folks, when you're out there, if the dice are flying off the table and you're happen to be one of those going to get hit by the dice, don't push the dice back in the table. Don't push the dice back on the table. Don't do that. Let the dice fall on the ground or somewhere else, but on the table. Because if it falls on the table, the casino can call it in their favor. So don't be the one that accidentally push the dice back in and they give you a bad number. So if that happens to you, kind of force the dice off the table, not back on it. Now, if you use your hands to push it back in, they'll call it a no roll, most of them. But still, don't be the one that accidentally push the dice, because then you'll be the one.
Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. 4, heart, 8. Look at that. Nice.
Very nice.
Shooter found his point. Nice. There we go. Shooter found his point and the hard way. He established it the hard way and he found it the hard way. So, Reggie, you've been shooting very well from straight out, my man. You've been shooting very well from straight out. Now, like you said, you did mention it, like you don't see too many aces and midnights from straight out, and you're all right. I haven't seen too many of those, but I have seen aces, deuces, and yo's on you. But you're right, that dice set doesn't give you too many aces and deuces. Aces and midnight. But again, you put your aces and midnights on the sides. So that's why you're probably not gonna see too many of those.
Yeah, I've been playing with a different one since we started doing this one. So what
Yeah.
I did that one where it's 3-5
Yeah.
and 5-3.
So the dice that you're using is 3, 5, 5, 3, right?
Yes.
So remember how you were hitting too many hard sixes and hard eights?
When I was doing that, I actually switched it back. So what we've been working with is for the first 6 rolls, I'll roll it with this with basically 8s and 6s all the way around. And then once I get to the 7th roll, then I switch up and go to 2, 4, 5. 5-3 maybe at least 5-3.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And then once I switch up that no, it's 2-4 and then it's 5. That's what it is. And that'll give you a hard ways here and a hard ways here. And that's when I was hitting the hard ways.
Gotcha.
That's how that was.
Ooh, 167,
Wow.
but it is.
Thing, I
It hit the
wonder what
money.
that-
It did hit the money, the stack of chips, just like in a real casino. It put a stack of chips, so it hit it, but it is a come out roll. It is a come out roll.
Too much. Oh, focus.
All right. All bets are in, dice are moving. There we go. That's a 2, 4 easy, 6, 2, 4 easy, 6 is your point. All right, all bets are in, dice are moving. That's the AC doozy, nice, nice. Both of you on the extremes, y'all made some pretty good cha-ching.
I did not. I listened to you and I did not do it.
Yeah, I'm not on the extremes either. I'm on the field, so it did pay me, but not as much as if I was on the extremes.
No, it does make sense to do that.
Yeah.
To do that. And then as you win,
Build it up.
build it up. Mhm.
Now I will go on the $10 crap list. I will do the extremes, $40.
Yeah.
40, just on that $40, and we're hoping for one of them hit because then it takes me out of the hand, and then I'll start playing around with it. But yeah, on the $15 tables, I'm more careful.
I dumped myself into a hole of the regular craps. I didn't want to do that again.
Oh yeah, 2-6 easy 8. That was one field number that I didn't have, but that's okay. Should have covered myself. That's a 2-6 easy 8. Good numbers. Good numbers. All right, so you get your field and place that bet because you're hitting 8s. You are hitting 8s. Yeah, when you go on the cruise line, my favorite thing on because I travel on the Carnival cruise line, I'm trying to collect the purple chips, the Barneys.
Yeah.
I like those pink ones. They're like pink and purple. I like collecting those. That's a 235. 235. Nice. So I am covered and making money on the place bets, but I'm now because you knocked on me multiple times on the field, I'm no longer playing the field. I'm just playing just inside numbers because you're actually hitting numbers, and they're not field numbers. So I'm kind of just not. I'm just gonna write it out with the numbers I have. I have like 5, 6, and 8, and then my extremes, and just try to build it up from there because I'm not making too much money on my field, losing my field and winning my place bet. I'm making like 5, $6 at a time, and just not a
We see if I'm playing the field, what I do.
B6 9er.
Okay. Um, what I do is I double the 5, 6, and 8.
Yeah.
And then single the field, so that at least you're making something.
Yeah. Okay, that was a good hit. All right, all bets are in. Dice are moving. Pardon me, folks. I was trying to adjust the computer to actually click on something that shouldn't click on. Now Reggie's been on a good dialed in from straight out. He's a straight out shooter, anyways. So that's just his shot. I don't do too well because I had to find my rhythm. Vertically challenged. I'm not as tall as Reggie. 2-4 easy 6. He found his point. That is a winner, winner chicken dinner. That is a winner, winner, winner chicken. All bets are in. Dice are moving. Now I was betting again in Crapsee. You can always click to see how everybody's betting. On this time go around, I was betting a little bit too scared because of a couple of come out rolls. But it seems that is improving a little bit better. But I'll still being a little bit more careful. I'm playing on the safer side. 4-5 Nina. That is a Nina. So I was playing a little bit more on the safer side to be totally honest. All bets are in. Dice are moving.
The only crapless, there's a place in the buy on the extremes.
Yes.
What's the difference in payout?
You're gonna pay the big, and they should pay you true odds when you're buying it. So an example,
Okay.
I'll do like a $15 2 or $15 12. But once it does hit, I am buying it for 25 automatic. Some people will buy it for 50 automatic or 75. So
Yeah.
it's the same thing as a 4 and the 10s.
Yeah.
But yes, once it hits the first time, I am gonna buy it next go round. Automatically buy it. That's a 3-5 easy 8. 3-5 easy 8. All right. All bets are in. Dice are moving. So honestly, between us three, we're at 55 rolls, and we're doing very well.
Yeah.
We're doing very well. And people can't say that we're making things up. In the live feed, feel free to rewind, and that's exactly what's happening. Nina hit the ATS. I had a decent roll. Reggie's in double digits. That's a
And
hard
hard
six.
six.
That's a hard
Okay.
six. Look at
Yeah.
that. Hard six. I think Reggie may hit a hard six or two. Maybe a couple hard eights. Alright. Dice are moving. 4-6-10. 4-6-10. That is a good hit.
Yep.
4-6-10. Nice. Alrighty. All bets are in. Dice are moving. Now in Lake Charles, and the trip on May, I hope to see a lot of people. I know a couple people who didn't make it to here today. Josh, his wife, Enrique. Damien said he may go. Joseph, his wife is a very good shooter. They like to shoot with stick left one, and stick left two, and stick left three. They're both very good shooters. I've seen them a couple times. Huh?
Anybody shoot straight up?
Frank does that, and Enrique. Frank and Enrique shoot from straight out. Aces shoots from straight out. I don't know if Ace is going to join. I haven't heard from him in a while. 145. That is a 145. Nice. But by all means, if nobody's shooting from straight out, that's all your spot, man, because you're dominating it. Today, you've been dominated from straight out.
That's
And
I'm far. I'm about an hour away at least. Okay. All right. Okay. Bye.
okay, all bets are in.
Me and it took everything down. Oh gosh. Wait a minute. Sorry.
What's that?
My phone
Oh,
took all my bets now.
oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think we only got 3 shooters. We can always unlock it. If,
No, it's okay.
What?
It's okay. No, I'm back. I'm in the.
Go ahead. You gonna like it? I was thinking about coming down, so go ahead.
Okay.
if you're out there listening, please make sure readjust your bets. I'll give you an extra 15 seconds. Because it happens in real life. It happens in real life. Real drink, drink person comes and by or does something. So it happens in real life. So might as well just practice it here.
Yeah.
All right. All bets are in. Dice are out there. They're moving.
Aces or box cards. Now what he's taking down. Bet.
4-4 hard
Hard
8.
eight,
Yes,
yes.
sir. yes.
Good deal.
I have that hard 8 press because I know you hit the hard 6s and 8s.
So what do you have it pressed to, if you don't mind me asking?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I only took it up to a nickel, but I'll
Okay.
parlay it now. I normally would have it at a quarter
Yeah.
for him, not for myself. But I did have my regular my place bet to 42, so I'm making money on that anyways. All right, all bets are in. Yeah, last time I was betting because the hard 8 hadn't hit, I took the money from the 6, the hard 6, and I sprayed it between the 6 and the 8. So I had a nickel. Now I'll take it to a quarter or $20.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably head out.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I'm more than an hour.
That is a 5-6 yo.
Yo.
I like that. There you go.
Nice.
I'm gonna wait for a minute.
Yep.
I'm gonna wait for that box guard. I think he's got it in him.
Yeah, I think you're gonna hit the aces before the midnight, so I'm gonna on crazy mind.
If you was in Uptown, I guess you later 12, right?
You can't because it costs too much money.
Oh, it costs a lot.
Yeah, I remember like if on the 10 it costs you have to bet double to win half. It's just unless you really have like 25 bucks on it at 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, you're really gonna have to be very careful because you have to bet the opposite.
Yeah.
So you have to bet 11 to win 2,
Gotcha.
right? It may not be worth it.
Plus, it's better for me to leave on high.
No, we did very good. I think you got the ATSs. I think we wanted to try just one round and we did. We did good.
Oh, I hit the money.
1, 3, 4.
Good job.
1, 3, 4. Nice. And yes, ladies and gents, we're on and the original Outlaws. The same Outlaws. But yes, we'll be calling it a night, ladies and gents. We'll probably after this shooter, we'll say our goodbyes and we'll be calling it a night. All right, one of you's gonna get a countdown. One of you's gonna get a countdown. But thank you for tuning in. Duracell, thank you for your feedback. But this will be our last shooter for tonight. It'll be our last shooter for tonight. And we'll be Samu from Turn Up Craps. We're probably gonna have a practice session sometime in May. Ooh,
Whoa.
1, 6,
Yes,
7.
yeah.
1, 6, 7. All right. That was 20 rolls. That
Yeah.
was 20 rolls. So I am up to 1646.
You up, Emma?
You got
What you got?
I got 1646 bucks. I think I left off where I started. 1646 in profit. 1,646 bucks in profit on this.
25-16.
2516. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. So, Reggie, you want to say your goodbyes real quick?
Oh, yeah, hey, it was
Right here.
always fun.
Right here, that can.
Always fun. Always a pleasure. ABCDice.com. If you're not here, if you're not in about, if you're around town and you know where it's at, give us Sensei a call. He'll hook you up.
All right, ladies and gents, we got Nina,
Well, thank
Travel
you so
gal.
much for hosting us. We appreciate you.
Thank
Both you and your super duper banner, aka
Gabby.
Gabby. Yeah.
And folks, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate for y'all's feedback, for y'all's participation. For those of you out there, I know Josh and your wife, I know you wanted to come in, you had vehicle problems. Enrique, I know you called me saying that your kids showed up, you had to go take them out because they finally came back home they've been living on their own, so that's on that. Damien, I know you wanted to go out and participate. I could hear from you, but sad we missed you. Samu from Texas Turnip Craps. I know you wanted to be out here, but I know you had some football games with your kids, and congratulations on your son being out there playing football at Baylor. So Texas Turnip Craps is hosting an event in late May along with Texas Crap Shooters. So we'll be going out there and we will be holding a practice session, Texas Turnip Craps. We'll be coming over to ABCDice. We'll be doing a live stream. We'll be doing another participation event. Hope we got more people out here, but again, a couple out there. I think there was another gentleman out in Conroe or somewhere in the area that only participates. I'm not sure what his name is, but he lives up here. So we'll have more people out here. Again, don't miss the event. And this is and Gabby. Let's say hi to Gabby real quick. And right before, there you go.
All right. Thank you.
All right. And again, if you haven't seen this is ABCDice. So one of you out there, this is us. When you want to come out here in North Houston, I'll give you a quick little tour. This is us. All right. Thank you for tuning in. So let me go back to thank you for tuning in. You have a good night, and this is all for tonight. Thank you very much.